Yo YouTube everyone, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be showing you guys the best graphic settings for this specific graphics card. Okay, so if you guys got a 3060, this is the graphic settings that I personally use to get the best FPS. Now wait to the end, because what I'm going to do is show you an extra bonus tip. Okay, and what that's going to be is an OBS trick and OBS setting that I use to basically make my game look a lot cleaner. Okay, so let's get right into it. Now starting off, I'm going to be giving you guys the best settings for for high FPS, but at the same time tell you what you can do to change it if you wanted to upgrade the quality of the gameplay without affecting too much of your FPS. So starting off, put this on full screen exclusive. Okay, this just makes it easier, and I believe there's a few FPS difference between the few options, but I would recommend playing on exclusive. Okay, display monitor, obviously that's your monitor. Go over to your display adapter, again that's your graphics card. Now screen refresh rate, my monitor only goes up to 143. Okay, so I'm not upgrading my monitor currently, so this is the max I get to. However, my FPS goes just under that, so it's okay. I'm okay with that for now. Now if you guys, just to so you're aware, if you get higher frames than this, so let's say your PC gets 180 frames, okay, your screen refresh rate is down to your monitor. So what you want to do is you always want to have more frames from your screen refresh rate than your game gets. So you basically want to match them. Okay, so let's say I'm on 120 FPS. This is okay because my screen refresh rate is higher, so I'm not losing out on frames. However, if I was getting 160 frames, what that means is I'm technically losing out on 20 because my game can only go to 143. Hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, ask in the comments. Display resolution, now I've seen some people play on the next option up, which is between 3840 and 1920. I think that's like 4K, I'm not too sure, but to be honest, most settings I've seen, I've done a lot of research on this, most people play on 1920 times 1080, so keep it at that. Aspect ratio, you can keep it in automatic, but it's going to be 69 anyway, so just put it on that if you want. Restart shader, I'm not going to mess around with that right now. Display gamma, keep it on the first option. Brightness, again, that's down to you and your monitor. I would kind of use the guidelines, but again, if you're recording for content, I would see how it looks on stream, because sometimes it's a bit different. If you're just playing for your own kind of sake, just playing for fun and stuff, just see how it looks on your screen and you'll be good to go. So, oh, how do I back up? There you go. Going down, okay. What I would do for this option is I would test it, okay? Because some people play on, some people play on and boost. What I realized is when I played on and boost, this actually made me a little bit, like the FPS dropped down a little bit. However, as you can see, it does reduce latency, but it will increase GPU power draw. So what happens is you will probably lose a little bit of FPS, but you might lag a little bit less, okay? So definitely depends on what you want to do, and I would recommend trying them both out. The way that you can experiment is go into a game, look on your top left where it says FPS, see how your FPS is. If you find that it needs, some more FPS, then put it on. If you find out the FPS is okay, put it on and boost, okay? Not too much of a difference, but try around with them. If you're laggy, I recommend playing on. Going down now, let's go down a little bit more. Okay, cool. Eco mode, put that on custom. VSync gameplay, I actually had this on by default, which definitely messed me up a little bit, so I actually put that off. Put this off as well. Custom frame limit, what I would recommend is you can leave on unlimited, but one thing I realized is every single streamer I watch and every single person I watched, they like to leave their menu frame limit on 60. So the reason why is because if you don't put that on 60, you can see I'm getting a lot more frames. Well, where is it? Okay, I'm not getting a lot more frames. Normally it goes more, and that's awkward. But anyways, yeah, what happens if you leave that on unlimited, you can see the frames kind of go all over the place, and it takes up a bit more GPU than required, okay? So you can even leave this at 30, it's not a big deal. That way you're kind of minimizing your GPU power when you're not using it in-game. In terms of in-game, I just leave on custom. I don't even get 250, so this is not a problem. If you want, leave on unlimited, not a problem at all. Go down focus mode. This is pretty weird, so I just put down 0 because I definitely don't use it. Going over to quality now, okay? What you want to do now is put this on custom. Render resolution, this should just be on 100. To be honest, you don't need to be playing around with this. Keep this on 100. Very, very important. Just don't touch that. Dynamic resolution, same thing, okay? There's too many settings to work with. Just keep this off. This is really important, okay? Put this strength on 100, and you want to put this on, I can't even speak. I'm not even going to butcher the name. This is the setting you want. This gives you the best image. I've tried different ones. I've seen all the streamers use it. This is the best one, okay? Make sure this is on 100. You're good to go. Paths tracing. So now what happens now is you want to keep that off, but let me go down. VRAM scale, leave that on 90. Variable rate shading on. Okay, cool. Now we're going to get to actually the details, and this is so important. What I'm going to do, okay, is that you can see there's some of these kind of graphics that have stars on them. The graphics with stars on them, what they mean is you can actually increase the quality to either normal or high. That will improve your gameplay the way it looks, and it won't drastically change your FPS, okay? So let me go back there. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go through the best settings for FPS. This is so important. Wait till the end. Then I'm going to go through my quick settings and I'm going to show you what to do and which ones to save, and you can change these ones around, okay? So let's start off by a template. Let's put everything on low. So this goes to low. This can go to normal, depth of field off, detailed quality low, very low for particles, off, off, low, off, okay? But don't worry, we're going to be going through some OBS settings at the end to make your game look as crisp as possible, so do not worry. Local texture stream, again, put down low. The main objective now is just to maximize your FPS, and then we can work backwards to improve the quality of the game, okay? That's the kind of goal here. So you see, again, very low, off, 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 low, off, low. Let me go down so you can see the whole thing. Perfect. Again, off, low, off, off, water, casted. I can't say that. So yeah, so far, those are the FPS settings, okay? I know most people stop right there, everything on low. No, I'm going to try to help you guys as much as possible because I know the struggle, okay? I don't want to be in a scenario where my game looks terrible, but I'm getting FPS. That's not what we want, okay? We want to maximize for both. Now, field of view, I'll leave it 105. These settings don't change too much, but I'm just going to show you anyways because we're here. Leave this on affected, weapon, field of view on wide. These are very important. Make sure these two are off, okay? Because it makes your game look really, really horrible if they're on. Nothing to do with FPS, just game just looks horrible. Film grain, you want this on 0. This, I believe, was actually on full, so make sure this is off. These two as well, very important. Leave these on least because you want them down. Yeah, the rest should be pretty standard. Now, if we go over to quick settings, this is what I was kind of referring to, okay? So if we go to the graphics section, you can see I've actually favorited some of these. So if we go back to graphics, if you want to favorite something, all you need to do is go next to it, and you can see on the bottom left, there's a Y button. It says remove. If you add or remove things from your favorite, what happens is when you go to quick settings, these are things that you can constantly change, okay? So you can see how I've got my aiming input device because I play on controller. I always leave it there just in case it switches to mouse. It's easy for me to change it. Aim assist, because I shoot a lot of bots, I put it on and off, so make sure that's on. Sensitivity, again, I kind of like playing around with my sensitivity, so that's on my quick settings. But for me, the most important one's graphics, okay? Again, same with master volume. It depends if I'm doing content like with a private game with a subscriber, I'll put it down. And then what you want to do, okay, is leave these ones on your favorite. Now, everyone should start with these basics. Then what I would recommend you doing is taking some time, okay, because it's important. It's going to help your game for the rest of the year. Start off with texture filter, okay? We put it on normal, put it on high, go into a game and see your FPS. If it's the exact same, then that's fine. But what I would do is do it for all these settings, okay? So maybe start by putting everything on medium or everything on normal, everything on high out of these specific settings. Because what I realized was if you put this on high, this on high, this on high, and this on high, you might lose about 10 FPS maybe, okay? But the game does look a lot nicer. So what I recommend personally is putting these on high, testing them out. And the good thing is because they're on your quick settings, you can go back and change them, okay? I got this tip from Iceman Isaac, so shout out to him. He'd spent a lot of time looking at the settings. I looked at his video. I tried it myself because I wanted to actually test it out before I gave the information. And I agree with him, okay? Some of these settings, they don't really change your FPS too much. So I definitely recommend doing that. Okay, now we're on to the good stuff. Now, let's kind of just, you know what we're going to do? Let's go into a quick private game, just to show you guys how the game looks. This is for Warzone and Modern Warfare 3. And then what we're going to do from there is we can basically show you how it looks on my OBS. And I'm going to show you guys a quick little feature on what you guys can do to make your game look better on OBS as well, okay? So bear with me for 10 seconds, let me get into a game. So here we are in the game, okay? Now there's a few things. First of all, let's look at the FPS. So on the top level, you can see we're on about 120. Now me personally, I'm very happy with that, okay? My game feels smooth, it feels great, and I'm very, very happy with that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go through, we're going to go to our quick settings that we just spoke about. And now that we're going to go through here, what I'm going to do is, if give me 1 second, I'm just going to make sure I've got these settings saved so we can kind of go back to them. So there you go, I've got a screenshot. Okay, cool. We're going to put this on high. So let's see what FPS are. We're on about 150 now max, okay? Let's say, that's safe to say about 100. Okay, we're getting to about 130, around that mark. So you can see it's between 115 to 130. I think that's fair to say. Go over to the quick settings. Cool, graphics, put this on high. Detailed quality, put this on high. Shader, put this on high. Texture, put this on high. Okay, now let's see what happens in the game and how much FPS it chalks for me. So we go through and you can see straight away I've lost about, I would say 10 to 15 FPS. I think that's fair to say. It's still going to 120, but it's more consistently between 110 and 115. Now you can see actually it's going up to 130. And to be honest, there's not really much FPS difference. Maybe 5 to 10 FPS I lose. So what I would say is if you guys are playing Modern Warfare 3 just for fun, you're literally just playing, this is perfect. You probably can't tell straight away, but the game looks a lot cleaner. Now, in my opinion, this is fine. I'm on 130 FPS. The game feels smooth. I'm very happy with this. This is what I'm going to work with, okay? Now, if the game feels a bit choppy, a bit laggy, I would go through and I'll put these these on low. So important to make sure you're changing these. That way you can see, right, we've improved the quality without touching the FPS, which was the main goal of the video. Now I'm going to show you guys a little bonus tip. We're going to go on over to my OBS. Okay, I don't really show you guys this as often. Normally it's the gameplay. This is OBS, so this is for the creators. Actually, before we get into this, let me go back to the game. So everyone that's just playing for fun, if you guys just want to play Modern Warfare 3 and Warzone and looking for the best settings, hopefully this video kind of helped you. You can watch to the end, of course, but I'm going to be going through now mainly for the content creators. Okay, all you streamers and YouTubers, this bit's for you specifically. So everyone else, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to drop a like, and I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace. Again, feel free to stay till the end, but this was mainly for you. Okay, back to the creator standpoint. This is for you guys, the content creators. Okay, what you want to do is go to the game. So you can see right now, how am I going to do this? Because I won't be able to see. Okay, this is a bit weird. So what I wanted to show you guys was, so I'm trying to figure out how I can do this, because give me a second. I've got an idea. Give me a second. I've got an idea. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over, we're going to copy the screen share. There you go. Okay, so now you can see a screen share, right? This is my OBS where I record all that stuff. So what you can see here is we have two games. One is called COD and one's called COD No Filter. So what this COD is, if we can go back, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to show you guys the no filtered version of the game. So this is how the game looks, okay? You can see it's a little bit dried out, the color's not all there, and it's a little bit less saturation than I'd want. So this right now is basically how the game looks on my screen, to be honest, and this is how it would look if I didn't have a filter on. So this is with the normal FPS, this is how the game looks. But what I like to do is I like to put this on, okay? So I like to put this COD filter on, which makes the game look a lot cleaner, a lot nicer. And I couldn't find any filters online, so I spent some time myself looking at it, and this is what I found, okay? So if you look at sharpen, you got 0.05. Again, play around with it. This is literally, I always look at people's settings and I copy them. This is the first time I actually made it myself, and I'm happy with what I found. So what I found is there's two changes I wanted to make. Sharpen, but more importantly, the saturation. Once I put the saturation on, it was literally night and day. The game just felt so much cleaner, okay? So I'm gonna show you now. You can see now, right? The game just looks so much cleaner. So what I'm gonna do is, that's how it was before. This is how it was before with no filters. And this is how it is with filters, okay? So you can see, give it a second. That's how it looks with filters. So you can see the color is just a lot brighter, a lot nicer to look at. And overall, that's basically what I like to do to improve my FPS, at the same time make my game look as clean as possible, okay? Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like. If you have any questions, let me know down in the comments. I'll be happy to help. And yeah, I'll catch you guys for another video tomorrow. Peace.